What up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make these delicious fritters. I love making them and I think you will too, so if you're interested, just keep on watching. So traditionally they're made with conch, but I came across these mushrooms and was like, this would be good in some fritters. So I found them at the farmer's market. You can find them there or either at an Asian market. So first you're just gonna cut off the stem as you've seen, and then you're just going to clean them off with a damp napkin, paper towel, whatever you want to call it. And then you're just gonna slice them up, chop them up. You see it. Then you're gonna transfer them into a bowl because we're actually going to marinate it, and to give it more of like a seafoody taste, we're going to use some seaweed. I used maybe about 5 sheets of it, rolled it up and cut it up. Now we're gonna add in just a little seasoning because we're gonna add in more seasoning later once we add the flour and all the other good stuff. So I'm using some Old Bay, and then gave it a little mix because that's just what I do. I always mix, although I don't need a mix at the time. Anywho, add in some onion powder as well as garlic powder, and then we're gonna throw in some pepper. And then we're gonna use some almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, to, you know, get the juices flowing and going. Give it another mix, and then we're actually going to sit this in the fridge for some hours to let it, you know, do what it does. And then while that's in the fridge, we're just gonna go ahead and cut up our veggies. I'm using a half of a yellow onion and red and green bell pepper, about a half of that. You're just gonna dice it up like so, like that. And go ahead and place that in the refrigerator as well. Alright, so a few hours has passed. I did go back to the store and add more mushrooms. I added the skinnier seafood mushrooms. They're called Enoki. I'm gonna put a picture here so that you guys can see. Sometimes they're larger like the ones I showed you earlier, and sometimes they're the skinny ones, but either one will do. We're gonna go ahead and add in your peppers and onions, give that a mix. And then you're gonna go ahead and add in your flour. You can use a sifter if you want, you don't really have to. I'm just doing it just because. And then you're gonna add your baking powder to that as well. And then your seasonings, you are gonna start off with a teaspoon of each. Just to start off with, this is how I do it. Normally I just sprinkle it in, but for video purposes, I did it this way so that you guys can see. Then you're gonna add in your milk. Give it a mix. Alright, that's fully incorporated. Then we're gonna add in the ketchup. Alright, so this is the thickness that you want. Now I'm gonna taste it, and this is where I'm gonna add a little bit more of what I feel like it needs. So I added some more Old Bay seasoning. I wanted it to be a little bit more spicier, so I added in some jalapeno powder, and then I'm also gonna add in cayenne powder as well. And then we're just gonna squeeze just a little bit of lemon juice in there. I also like to squeeze it on my fritter after it's cooked too, but I like to squeeze them in the batter too, as well, as I said. Oh my goodness. Now it is time to go ahead and fry them up. So you do want to have a sheet pan lined with foil and paper towels so that it can soak up some of the oil from the fritters. And then you want to have your stove set to a little under medium heat. So my first one to start off with, I had it over medium heat, therefore it was not cooked all the way through. Cooked super fast and was wet in the middle still. So I turned it down to under medium heat and the rest of them cooked just fine. So I wanted to cook one at first to see how it tastes, to make sure that it was tasting how I wanted it to taste. I did end up adding more ketchup and more Old Bay seasoning to the batter, and the rest of them turned out perfectly. So you want to cook them on each side for about 6 minutes or until it starts to, kind of like a pancake. Once it starts bubbling up on the sides, then you're gonna go ahead and flip it, and then the second side, it doesn't have to really cook as long as the first side. Those are done. I'm gonna cook one more set on camera for you guys. One of the benefits of making this is that you don't have to cook it all in one day. Like, you can save the batter, you can freeze the batter. My mom used to do that all the time when she made it with Conch. Freeze it for like a month, over a month. Ooh, look at that right there, jum.com. But yes, you can freeze it for over a month, take it out when you're ready, and fry them bad boys up. Like, yeah. Alrighty, those are done. And then one thing that I like to do is I like to take a paper towel and pat it down just to remove more of the oil so it's not super duper oily. And then boom, they are done and they are delicious.com. I like to squeeze lemon and hot sauce on mine, and it's like the perfect combination. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do give this recipe a try, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you like my vibe, go ahead and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace, love, and happiness.